Okay, welcome back, Daniel. Those who have
hmm
been following the streams regularly will know who you are. For those of you joining us for the first time, please quickly reintroduce yourself.
So I'm Daniel, I'm 20, I'm a student, I'm an employed student, so that's all, yeah.
Those
That's
are
enough,
the
I guess.
essentials. Exactly. What are you studying? That's important to mention.
Uh, what am I studying? I'm
Hmm.
studying to be a pilot, civil
That's
pilot.
right. So
Yeah,
you are a smart guy and a hardworking guy. Not everyone can be a pilot. So be proud of
I
that.
guess most of the individuals can be pilot because
Hmm.
it's not so hard,
No
competitive.
way. No way.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is difficult. Don't put yourself down. Don't underestimate yourself. Do you know what it means to put yourself down?
Put yourself down.
Hmm.
I'd say it's like
Hmm.
underestimate yourself.
Come again?
Underestimate yourself.
Underestimate. Underestimate.
Underestimate
That's
the
right.
synonyms.
Underestimate or talk badly.
hmm Talk bad about yourself.
Exactly. Estimate or talk badly about yourself. Good. And what can you see in this picture, Daniel?
Um, so it likewise connected with the cooking, I suppose.
In a
So I
way,
can,
but the topic today is actually routines, dreams, and plans, not exactly cooking. And we
routines,
wouldn't
dreams,
call
plan.
this
Okay.
cooking, really. She's not cooking anything, right? What is she doing actually?
She's doing some what is she doing? I
It's a
s-
good question.
I I guess what this thing
Hmm.
on the
On the what? Yeah, that's
castle.
the problem. That's the problem.
What
Let's
is
learn
this?
all the words. So
All
she
the
is
words that
holding the
she's holding.
handle, right? We learned that this is
Mm-hmm.
a handle. The part of something you grab. So that's the handle of this object. We could have a handle of a mug. In this case, she's holding the handle of a kettle.
Kettle,
Kettle.
yeah,
Hmm.
precisely.
Remember, we had kettlebells in that gym session when we spoke
Yeah,
about the
kettlebells
sport.
is
Hmm.
something hard to put in,
Hmm.
hard to put up. I mean,
Hmm.
lift up,
Lift up,
yeah,
exactly.
lift up.
That's right.
Um,
This is a kettle used for what? What do we use the
is for
kettle for?
boiling the water.
Bingo!
Uh,
Boiling the
yeah,
water. She's boiling the water.
she's boiling the water
Mm,
on the plate of the
mhm.
gas plate, I suppose.
Not the gas plate. We would call this a stove. A stove top. Stove
Ah,
top.
stove. Mm-hmm.
That's right. Stove. And specifically, the circular part is called a burner. Burner. So the circular part is the burner. I would say this is a gas stove, as we can see some blue flames coming from the burner.
Mm-hmm.
What do you use in Russia? Do you use gas stoves or electrical stoves?
It depends on the area where you
Mm-hmm.
live.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause in large cities you can have the both variants.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've gas
Mm-hmm.
stoves, yeah, gas stoves,
Mm-hmm.
and the electrical stoves. Mm,
I would say that the gas ones are better. However, they are more dangerous. They can easily catch fire if you leave them on for a while unattended.
probably, but the electrical stoves more reliable for people. Because if you are unattentive, 'cause, yeah,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I imply if you haven't
Mm-hmm. If you don't
more
pay attention.
attention,
Mm-hmm. If you don't have, not haven't. If you don't
if
have.
you don't have attention,
Mm-hmm.
it can just
Be bad.
perish you.
Yeah,
Um,
make you perish. Make you perish.
make it perished. Yeah.
That's right. Or maybe
Um,
not you, but at least all the things inside the kitchen.
all the things inside the kitchen probably can kill you.
Exactly. And let's go back to the picture. What is this smoke, this air that's coming out of the kettle? It's
Um,
not really smoke, right?
it's not a smoke,
Mm-hmm.
the smoke is something different.
Mm-hmm.
It has this difference between them.
Mm-hmm.
This thing or stuff, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, is called like a vapor,
Uh,
vapor or moisture.
Vapor, moisture, or steam, actually. Steam,
Steam, yeah, actually,
specifically.
steam.
That's right. Vapor and moisture are slightly different. Moisture would be the more liquid essence, and then vapor could come from anything, any sort of air that escapes a liquid. This is steam, that is water in the form of air. So
Yeah.
water in air form. And what did we say was smoke? How does smoke happen? Where does it come from?
Small happens from the burning things like
Mm-hmm.
fuel,
Mm-hmm.
burning fuel,
Mm-hmm.
exploding
Mm-hmm.
things like
That's right.
I don't know, yeah, that's just
Mm-hmm.
example,
Explosions,
and etc. Yeah.
mm-hmm. Burning things, etc. That's right. So steam is not harmful. However, smoke could be deadly. I've read somewhere that the majority of people who lose their lives in fire cases actually die from the smoke, not from the fire itself. So,
Yeah, from this poisonous
mm-hmm,
smoke. Um, from, if
exactly.
I'm not mistaken, called in English like oxygen is the normal is the
Well, is
normal
the what
condition
we
of.
can consume from the
Yeah,
air.
yeah, and the di dioxide or
Ah, yes, we have carbon dioxide, the thing that
carbon
the
dioxide.
air that we breathe out, but we have carbon
Hmm.
monoxide, the poisonous one.
Carbon monoxide. Yeah.
That's right. That is the dangerous one. All right, Daniel, we've spoken about the most important parts in the foreground. What about the background? What can you see?
The background is typically, I mean, it's a basic stuff like
Mm-hmm.
the normal kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
as probably almost people in Europe have,
Mm-hmm.
um, and in like USA and other countries, like um, um,
Around the
you
world.
can
Most people around the world, basically.
not most people because the most people probably have in the kitchen as the background.
Don't have a kitchen. Not haven't. Be
Yeah,
careful. Be
probably
careful.
they have the kitchen, but
Mm-hmm.
not the same kitchen as the
Mm-hmm.
background, as depicted on the
Mm-hmm.
background. Um, yeah. So on the
Uh,
background we can
mm-hmm.
see, or in the background,
In the background.
this
In the
in the
background.
background, yeah, these
Mm-hmm.
prepositions I had them. In the background we can
It's
see
tough. Mm-hmm.
the typical kitchen in Europe countries, like, yeah, it doesn't matter. We can see the tap,
Mm-hmm. That's right. Good.
the
Uh-huh.
ventilation system.
That's
What
right.
else? The other stuff like, if I'm not mistaken, it's like furniture. Yeah, the
Yes,
part of furniture, like,
that's right. Part of furniture. These things next to the ventilation, they're called cupboards. So they are cupboards.
cupboards.
That's
Could
right.
you please write it?
Mm-hmm. Like this cup. It looks like cupboard, but it's
Ah,
pronounced
cupboard.
cupboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but cupboard. Cupboard. Like this cupboard.
Actually, there are a lot of words. How could I remember them all?
Well, I'm gonna
It's
send all of them in
unreal.
a file on the weekend, and after that, it really comes down to trying to use them in practice. So, of course, playing those games I provide through the link, they are great. But at the end of the day, when you go in the kitchen and you're cooking something, you should try and think in English. Like, okay, I have a cupboard in front of me. Let me open
Hmm.
the cupboard. What's inside? Oh, there's a kettle. Let me boil some water. You have to force yourself to use English when you're alone. Ideally, of
Yeah.
course, you would talk to someone, but that's hard to do. Hey, good evening. Good evening to you, Dio. Welcome to the stream. I'm so glad to see you. Where are you from? Let us know. And we have another message. Hello, all nice to see you. Nice to see you too, Peppa. Welcome on stream. We mentioned the cupboard. We mentioned the tap. What's under the tap?
Under the top,
This hollow
I don't know
part.
actually.
It's called a sink. A
Ah, sink,
sink.
yeah. Sink are the same like to sink. It means to how could I describe it? I know the sink. I know the translation of the sink, the word to sink.
Sink could be a
So
verb, a meaning when something goes underwater, goes
yeah,
below the
yeah, yeah.
surface of the water.
Mm-hmm.
That is sinking. Like a ship could sink, like the
But
Titanic.
as the noun, sink
Hmm.
means the special part of the tap.
Well, not part of the tap. It is a
It's not
separate
at the
part.
part of the tap.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it's the spatial.
It's the
Sp
hollow space. The hollow space
it's hollow space
where the water goes.
where the water goes. Yeah.
The hollow space under the tap. So the water collects in the sink before it goes down the drain. The drain is the part that actually allows the water to drain away, to go away from the
Mm-hmm.
sink. That is the mechanism. And what is to the right of the stove?
In the right of the stone is placed probably it's a mug, but it's not a mug, it's cup.
Well,
Um,
yeah, I think this size we would call a cup, although it could be a mug. Cups are usually really small, those coffee cups. We could
mhm,
qualify this as a mug. The only difference really is in size, and sometimes cups don't actually have any handles. So that is the key distinction. But they are often used interchangeably when it's a smaller one. Of course, if you have a large half a liter mug, you can't call that a cup. Lucas from Brazil. Well, we love Brazil. Do
yeah.
you like Brazil, Daniel?
I've had some persons
Some people,
from
plural.
some people from Brazil
Uh-huh.
to whom I could talk to.
Really amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's beautiful. Where were they from? Which cities?
Sao Paulo probably
Mm-hmm.
or the capital like Brasilia.
Brasilia.
Yeah,
Perfect. Where do
I
you
don't remember
live,
precisely.
Lucas? Which city in Brazil? Let us know. Guys, any questions about the picture? Daniel, do you have any questions?
Uh, Probably I have one.
Yes.
What is the stuff on the
The
in the
the thing,
background,
the thing.
the thing on in the background, like the probably is the wooden
Mm-hmm.
material.
Uh-huh.
Like yeah, yeah, you're
Well,
right. Your cursor is right.
I honestly can't tell. It's very blurry. My only
Mm-hmm.
assumption, considering the location, could be a dish rack. Do you know what a dish rack is? Dish rack.
Mm-mm. The
Dish rack,
Shrek.
yes. The place where you put washed dishes to dry. Did you understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my assumption considering how close it is to the sink and the tap. But otherwise, it's too blurry to really tell for certain. And what's to the right of the tap? What is this?
It's the decoration like the the basic flowers, probably still
Mm-hmm.
flowers.
Yes. And what is the
These
name
are
of
not
that
flowers.
container where we put the flour? I always ask that.
Um, no idea.
No, yeah, flower pot. A flower pot.
Flower pot. Yeah.
Flower pot. That is the container. It's one of those words that always appear in my lessons. So
Mm-hmm.
pay attention, guys. Lucas says, I live in Maceió in northeastern Brazil. It's pretty far away from Brasilia or Sao Paulo. Okay, so you're not close to Daniel's friends. And in fact, you are very far away from me or Daniel. But thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please write in the chat. Hello, all. Nice to see you. Nice to see you too, Peppa. Welcome on stream. Let's move on to the next slide. We have a dialogue between Emma and Jake. We'll read both of them, but would you first like to be Emma or Jake?
Actually, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
How could I, by the way, how could I say that it doesn't matter in a different way?
mm-hmm.
It's
It is not important. It is not
it
important.
is not important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
Or you could go very advanced and say, I don't mind either, like that.
Ah, I don't mind. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind.
Okay, in that case, I don't mind either, so I'll be Emma first, and you'll be Jake. All right?
Okay, don't worry.
It's raining again. If it rains, I usually stay inside and read a book.
Mm-hmm. Same here. If it gets cold like this, I drink way too much coffee.
Ha 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 ha. You always do. Those are my acting skills. You always do. Anyway, if the rain stops, we can go for a walk later.
Yeah, sounds good. But if it doesn't stop, I might just order another cappuccino.
Smiling. Remember, guys, the
Mm-hmm.
difference. Laughing is audible, you can hear it. Smiling is just rounding your lips. You and your coffee, if you drank less of it, you would sleep better at night.
True. And if I slept better, I couldn't need so much coffee
I
in the
wouldn't
morning.
need.
I wouldn't need so much coffee in the morning.
See? It's a vicious circle.
Oh, she's circular, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay, joking. If you were my life coach, I would probably quit caffeine
Mm-hmm.
all altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Altogether.
All together, yes.
Altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Altogether.
Ha! If I were your life coach, you would pay me for this service. Oh, so pardon, for this
Uh,
advice.
yeah. Fair enough. If this cafe had loyalty cards, I would
Mm-hmm.
definitely have a free drink by now.
Mm-hmm. That's right. You asked about the vicious circle. It's a cycle of bad habits that enforce one
Mm-hmm.
another. So basically, if you have this habit of doom scrolling at night, that will cause you to sleep late, which in turn makes you very tired in the morning, which then causes you to consume too much caffeine, which then gives you anxiety. And you cure
Mm-hmm.
that anxiety, or not cure, but you manage that anxiety with doom scrolling. And you see now you've created this vicious circle that's really hard to escape because every habit reinforces the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Isn't it the
Mm-hmm.
same like a jet lag?
Jet lag, no. No. Jet lag is very different. Jet lag refers to the feeling of being ahead or behind the time zone where you currently are. So if I
Mm.
fly to Brazil to visit Lucas, I will feel some jet lag because Brazil is probably some 6 or 7 hours behind Serbia. So it would be a completely different time zone, and my body would be used to the Serbian time zone. So it's very different. Vicious circle is a broader concept that, like I said, focuses on some bad habits that just cause more trouble to repeat. By the way, Lucas, what time is it in Brazil right now? Let me know. I'm really curious. I want to know my jet lag. And I think yours would be even worse, Daniel. It's now what, 11:20 in Russia?
Yeah, it's 11:20. You're
Mm,
right.
pretty late. Pretty late. So
I
thank
I
you.
suppose that your time zones is Different is different.
Yes, it's different.
Is different than Brazil zones time zones way more. Yeah. Way more than 6 or 7. Oh,
I
6 or 7.
yeah. Now everybody spam 6 and 7 in chat.
Yeah, 6 or 7 or 6 6 hours, yeah.
That's right.
Probably one like a 10 or 9.
No,
Not 9,
it's
yeah.
it's less. Lucas says it's currently 22 past 4, which means there's only a 5-hour difference. We
Ah,
are
follow.
closer. We are closer than we thought. But there are definitely more time zones. How many time zones are there in Brazil, Lucas? I was really shocked when you wrote in the chat the other day that Russia has 12 time zones.
I've mistaken. It has only 11 time zones.
Only.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you would say, oh, only 5. Only
No.
11. Crazy. My gosh. I've mistaken, though that's incorrect. I've mistaken.
Mhm.
You can say I've made a mistake.
I have made a mistake.
I've mistaken is used when you make when you confuse two people. So I've mistaken Daniel, let's say Daniel, for
Hmm.
Lucas. It means maybe you joined the class, but your camera was off. So I thought that it was actually Lucas on the other side, and I was,
Hmm.
referring to you as a Brazilian. So then, if I were telling someone about this, I would say, "Oh, I've mistaken Daniel for Lucas. I've mistaken a poisonous mushroom for as an edible one, and now
Hmm.
I'm in hospital." That is the meaning of mistaken. I've made a mistake. Yes, you did something wrong. Yuppie, welcome on stream. What does Luco say? There are 4 time zones here. Okay, still much more than Serbia. Serbia only has 1. Daniel, any questions about the text?
I have no questions about the text.
Okay, let's switch the roles. Now you're going to be Emma.
Okay. The same text again, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Oof. It's raining again. If it rains, I usually stay inside and read a book.
I love the enthusiasm. Same here.
Yeah.
If it gets cold like this, I drink way too much coffee.
Okay. You always do. Anyway, if the rain stops, we can go for a walk later.
Yeah, sounds good. But if it doesn't stop, I might just order another cappuccino.
Smiling, yeah. You and your coffee.
Hmm.
If you drank less of it, you would sleep better at night.
True. And if I slept better, I wouldn't need so much coffee in the morning.
See? It's a vicious circle.
Joking. If you were my life coach, I would probably quit caffeine altogether.
Ha! Ha! If I were your life coach, you would pay me for this advice.
Fair enough. If this cafe had loyalty cards, I would definitely have a free drink by now. Great job. What is the difference between coffee and cafe?
Coffee is a drink,
Mm-hmm.
is a beverage,
That's right.
but the caffeine is the
No,
one of the
caffeine.
ingredients.
Cafe.
Cafe,
Mm-hmm.
cafe. Ah, you mean cafe. Cafe is the place where you can order
Mm-hmm.
some cup of
Mm-hmm.
coffee,
Mm-hmm.
or tea, or some caffeine drinks,
That's
like
right.
frappe, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's right. Maybe
etc.
some cakes too these days.
Yeah,
They
cakes and
usually
yeah.
have some cakes, but not any fancy dishes like a restaurant would have.
Mm-hmm.
That is the key
Yeah.
difference. Caffeine, like you said, is an ingredient. Do you consume caffeine in any form?
Mm, I assume, yeah. I assume, yeah.
You would
In the
say a
form
little
like
bit.
a little bit in a
Hmm.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, but that's a really
Uh,
low amount. I don't think there's much caffeine in there.
and I also do love to drink coffee in the morning and in the nighttime when I play
Hmm.
games. Um, I always enjoy when I drink some energy drinks like um okay, it doesn't matter.
Which
Don't mind. Yeah.
you're not gonna share the brand names.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not gonna
It's
give
not
them
a
free advertisement.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Right.
Hi, Magdalena. You're in Mexico and it's 1:30. Wow. So you guys have the whole day ahead of you. We are jealous. We are jealous. It's almost midnight for Daniel. It's 9:30 p.m. for me here. What are your plans for today, Magdalena? What are you going to do? Let's move on to the next slide. Let's talk about some grammar. Have you ever heard of conditionals, Daniel? Do you know what they are?
Yeah. There are
Mm-hmm.
approximately four conditional types like
Mm-hmm.
zero, first, second, third,
Mm-hmm.
and mixed conditionals.
That's right. Zero first, second, third. And we have two mixed types. Mixed. Now,
Hmm.
we're not going to talk about the third and mixed conditionals today, but we're going to talk about zero first and the second one that we had in our dialogue previously. So, your job is to sort them according to the columns. Are these
Hmm.
sentences in the zero, first, or second conditional?
Okay, let's get it. Let's get it, or
Let's
let's
start. Let's start. Let's get it.
let's kill them all.
No, no, that's something that we're not gonna use on stream.
I promise you.
That's some
Uh,
gaming. That's some gaming vocabulary.
okay. So okay, let's determine them all.
That's right. Let's solve them
Um,
all. Let's solve them all.
yeah, yeah. Okay, the first one is if you drank less coffee, if you
Hmm.
drank less coffee, you would sleep better.
Hmm.
That's the second conditional.
That's right. And what does the second conditional express? What is the point of it?
Second conditional expresses
Hmm.
the cases when um the occasions when you are likely to not
Hmm.
things you could do. I'm imply
Hmm.
um
Yes, yes. You have a good idea. Just fix your phrasing.
yeah.
Hmm.
I'm
So it's
okay,
un.
let's paraphrase it.
Hmm.
Um, it's an unreal situations.
That's right.
Yeah,
Unrealistic.
like if you were a pilot, you
Hmm.
would you would land the
Hmm.
plane on the runway.
That's
Just
right. So if I were a pilot, but I am not, and I don't have any connections to that job, so it's
yeah, that's
definitely
why
unrealistic.
that's the second conditional. Yeah.
Hypothetical future plans, and in general, it's going to be used for something that's very unlikely to happen. If I won the
Hmm.
lottery, I'm very unlikely to win the lottery, or something impossible. For example, if I were you. If I were you means if I was Daniel, but obviously I can't be him. So that's the second conditional. In this case, if you drank less coffee, you would sleep better. It is a suggestion where if this person was to reduce the coffee intake, they would sleep better. But this implies that they are a coffee addict, caffeine addict, so it's not likely for them to actually reduce the intake. Number two,
Number two is if I drink coffee at night, I can sleep. Um, the zero conditional.
the zero conditional. Now let's
Mm-hmm.
explain what the zero conditional is.
Zero conditional explains the facts about
Mm-hmm.
something like if we put ice
Mm-hmm.
on the sunlight
Mm-hmm. In the sunlight.
in the sunlight
Mm-hmm.
the ice ice becomes the water.
That's right.
Water.
Water. I would say
Water.
water. Water. That's right.
Water.
The American pronunciation all the way.
Yeah.
The ice melts. The ice melts.
Ice melts, yeah.
That would be the simplest one. So
Melting
facts,
ice, yeah.
routines. That's right. That's what we're gonna use the zero conditional for. Number three.
If the rain stops, we can call for a walk later.
Hmm.
That's the first conditional.
That's the first.
Um,
Hmm.
Probably if the rain stops, we can call
Think
for a walk
about it.
later. Um,
Are you sure the
Probably
first or zero? Hmm.
if it was the first conditional, the sentence sounded like the sentence will sound
That's right. Perfect.
like if the rain stops, we will go for a walk later.
Aha.
But
But that's
but
not correct. Why?
but that's not
Because
correct.
can in this case is in place of will. So there needs to
Mm,
be a modal verb or an auxiliary verb. Here, the main verb is go. Go is the main verb. So if it were the zero conditional, the sentence would be if the rain stops, we go for a walk. Not even later,
mhm.
because later implies the actuality of the situation. It is related to the present. So if the rain stops, we can go for a walk later is, like you initially said, the first
First conditional.
conditional. And when do we use the first conditional?
We use the first conditional in the um when we have some conditions,
Mm-hmm.
conditionals, yeah, conditionals. For example, how could I say it? Um, yeah, when we have some conditionals, like
Mm-hmm. Well, all of them are related to some conditions. A condition means
mhm,
we have action A, something that needs to happen in order for the result, action B, to take place. Like we said, if I drink coffee at night, I can't sleep. In order for the person not to sleep, they first need to drink coffee. The conditional sentence, the first part, the first clause, determines if the second one will happen or not. So that's true for all the conditionals. But we said that as the zero conditional is for facts, routines, general truths. The second conditional is for something unrealistic, hypothetical. What is the first conditional for? If the rain stops, we can go for a walk later. Is that something unrealistic?
it's the realistic way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a hypothetical.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a plans.
Mm-hmm. It,
It's
it
not a
is
plan.
realistic plans, yes. Mm-hmm.
It's realistic plans, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Predictions.
Hmm. Predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Forecasts, probably.
Sure, you can say forecast. That is a more advanced version of prediction. Forecast.
Actually, I know this word from the meteorological forecasts.
Exactly, that's right. Well,
Ah.
forecast is based on some evidence, on some actual data. A prediction might not be based on anything. It could be just your
Hmm.
gut feeling. But yes, first conditional, realistic plans, predictions, advice maybe to an extent, but advice could also be used for the second conditional.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I've just recalled
Mm-hmm.
one word linked with the zero conditional. Evident.
Evident. Yes, yes.
Evident, yeah. It's like a
Something
fact.
clear. That's right.
Something
Evident.
clear, yeah.
Perfect. So that's the key distinction between the second conditional and the first conditional. The second will always refer to something unrealistic. The first conditional will always refer to something realistic, something that is not impossible, that happens every day. And then the difference between the zero conditional and the first conditional is again whether it's a general truth, which is the case in zero conditional, something that almost universally always happens, or it is something based on a specific case, which would then be the first conditional. I will explain more after we finish the remaining three
Mhm.
sentences. Proceed to number four.
If I have free time tomorrow, Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Uh,
Oh,
tomorrow. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Tomorrow, that is super British.
Yeah, no. Tomorrow. I've seen some video from
Ah, yeah,
TikTok.
yeah, right. It's a really funny one. I know the video. It says butter. Oh, butter. Butter.
Yeah, there was a guy, fellow guy, who was pronouncing this word like
Yeah,
tomorrow,
yeah, yeah.
not tomorrow. It's just, but the journalist said like tomorrow, and he said tomorrow,
I
something
know
like
the exact video.
that.
I know the exact video. It's a
Some
hilarious
strange
one.
or ridiculous pronouncing from Birmingham or Brantford or Manchester, something.
It was Middlesbrough. I think it was Middlesbrough specifically, the city
Probably Middlesbrough,
Middlesbrough.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
UP asks for plans. Well, what are you asking about UP? We could use both the second conditional and the first conditional for plans, but if they are realistic plans, so something that is grounded in reality, we're going to use the first conditional, and the second conditional would be more about daydreaming, something that you would do if you could, but you can't really. It's not real plan.
mhm.
Number four, Daniel.
If I have free time tomorrow, I will meet my friends. That's the precisely first
That's right. It is the textbook example.
conditional. Ah,
The first conditional, yes. A textbook example. Do you know that expression? A textbook example.
textbook example, friends. The example we already know
That's right. I used to
the example.
say
Yeah.
something is very typical. Typical. So this is something that you will see in every textbook. That's how we.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they teach you the first conditional in schools. Number five.
If what if what
Ah, an open
what
water, and there has to be the flap T. Water, the water.
water.
Yeah,
If water reaches the hundred degrees Celsius, it
good.
boils.
Yes,
The first
degrees
conditional
Celsius. Yes. The
degrees
first.
Celsius. The first conditional.
Hmm?
Because
The
it's the
first.
fact, evident fact. Yeah.
Wait. The first conditional.
I'm mistaken. The first I've seen I'm observing these three columns
Uh huh.
of zero first, second, and the zero is the first for me and type.
Ah,
Yeah.
no.
So
But
that's why it's
we're
zero
talking
conditional.
about. You have to be careful in this case. It's
Yeah.
confusing. No. It's the zero.
More
The
attention.
zero conditional. Exactly.
Stay vigilant every time.
Exactly. You have to stay on alert.
Yeah.
Number six.
Number six is the if I were you. If I
Mm-hmm.
were, that's uh,
Mm-hmm.
the second conditioner. If I were your life coach, I would tell you the rest.
Perfect. That's right. No
Yeah.
mistakes there. Good job, guys. Any questions? Magdalena and Lucas, if you have any questions, please let me know in the chat. Over on Kick, if you could be born again, which country would you choose? Oh, it's a good question, Cisco. Let's hear Daniel first. Let me repeat the question. If you could be born again, which country would you choose?
Uh, Somalia.
So what?
Um,
Somalia.
I've recently rewind. I mean, I rewatched the Caribbean Caribbean.
Pirates of the
I mean,
Caribbean.
Pirates of Caribbean. I'd like to be pirates.
Ah, Somalian pirates specifically.
Somalian pirates. Okay, just a joke. Um,
That was unexpected. That was
um,
unexpected. Guys in the chat, Lucas and Magdalena, please answer this question. If you could be reborn in a different country, where would you like to be born? Where in the world? Daniel has said Somalia, as you could hear. It was very unexpected. But let's hear your serious answer now.
a serious answer. Uh, Actually, this question requires the serious thoughts. But I'm not serious guy.
A
Um,
serious guy, not
okay,
a
okay.
serious guy.
Probably it was the Canada.
It was the Canada.
It was the
Let's
Canada.
make the full sentence. Okay, let's use the second conditional. If
hmm If I had the chance to reborn
if I
somewhere,
had the chance to be
hmm
reborn somewhere,
to be
born
reborn
in a different country,
in a different country, I would choose the Canada.
that's right. Without the, I would choose Canada.
I would choose Canada.
Yes. Do you know when we use the in front of country names?
Honestly, I don't remember because we use the part part the special
We
third letter
use
part.
the article when it's a
Ah, w
collection, of countries. So it's the United States. Why? Because it's
mm,
United States. There are 50 different states inside of this country. Likewise, it's the United Kingdom. It is, for example, the Netherlands. And
mhm.
also, we're going to use it when there is Republic in the official name. So it's the People's Republic of China, the official name of the country. However, colloquially, we'll just call them China because there's no republic. But it's going to be the Czech Republic, for example, the
Czech
Czech
Republic.
Republic. So basically, the plus country republic, or the plus a union of countries, or a group of countries, since
hmm
the Netherlands isn't really, the Philippines aren't a union of countries, but still, it is in plural. It's a combination of different areas.
I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
Are islands considered as the something as a group of
Mm-hmm.
a group of islands? I mean, the island countries like Caribbean islands.
Mm-hmm. Well,
What
the
else?
Caribbean islands, exactly like
hmm
you said, the Caribbean islands, because we are talking specifically about the islands there. However, I wouldn't say that Caribbean islands are a country, right? The Caribbean islands are just a collection of islands. They're not a country.
hmm
I could be mistaken, though. I'm not sure about that. Let me just check the chat. If I had the chance, Magdalena, just be careful about that, since it's hypothetical. It is the second conditional. If I had the chance to be reborn in a different country, I would choose India. The second part was good, but still, India, Magdalena. That's so surprising. Please explain why in the chat.
India
Uh,
is the strange choice, I suppose.
I could understand Somalia more than India. And Lucas says that's a hard question. I'd not like to change. However, if I had to, I'd choose somewhere quite different from here in East, perhaps. Yes, just to experience a fresh new place. Sure. So when you say East, Lucas, you mean like China, Japan, I assume. Also, guys, somebody says on Kick, always Italy. Yeah, so you are a patriot, UP. You don't want to change Italy. Fair enough. As for me, as a host, I should answer the question too. If I had the chance to be reborn in a different country, I would choose Switzerland. Switzerland.
Switzerland.
They know how to live. They were the only European country not to be involved in the Second World War. So everyone around them was fighting, but they were just chilling and taking everyone's money and gold.
Yeah,
It's good to be neutral
they had benefits, more benefits.
than anyone else. Exactly. They profited from the war. Any
hmm
questions about this, Daniel?
No questions.
No questions. Uh-huh.
Can we use the word like an inquiry instead of question? Because the inquiry has the same meaning.
It
Um,
does, but I mean, inquiry is very formal. If you walked
mhm,
up to me on the street and you were like, "Oh, excuse me, could I make an inquiry?" It would be really strange. You would sound
okay.
like some Victorian guy speaking, like a Shakespearean character. An inquiry, yes, it is a question. It is asking for more information, but it is very formal. That's why you won't really hear it being used in everyday speech. So I wouldn't ask you, oh, do you have any inquiries? It is something we associate with business, work, and formal settings. Is that
Mm-hmm.
clear?
Okay, yeah, I get it.
Perfect. Anything else?
No, nothing.
Okay, we have three different situations here, and we should answer with if I were you. Why with I were you? Well, because that is the most common expressions natives are going to use when giving advice to someone, when they want to
Mm-hmm.
say what they would do in the situation. So please read the first situation on the left.
Okay. My toddler doesn't listen to a word I
Mm-hmm.
say. She won't tidy.
Mm-hmm.
Tidy, yeah.
Yep, yep.
She won't tidy her toys and she's always fighting with her younger sister. Um,
What should I do?
there is what should I do? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is
What
there a
is the
word you don't know?
toddler?
Uh-huh.
Toddler.
Toddler. We had it in
Uh,
the lesson with Mauro. Guys, you have to watch every stream.
toddler is
Uh-huh.
something like a sibling, yeah?
No, a sibling
No.
is a person related to you, your brother or sister.
Mm-hmm.
But a toddler, a child who, a young child, so a
Mm-hmm.
young child who has started walking. That's a toddler. So
Mm-hmm.
some a child that is somewhere between, I guess, 2 to 5. I'm not sure exactly when children start walking. Yuppie yuppie, you can tell us when do children start walking? I'm not sure at what age.
I
Uh,
presume it's something like probably 1 year or 2 years.
maybe. Yeah,
1.5 or 2 year. Yeah.
could be. Guys, Lucas and Magdalena, if you have any experience with kids, let us know. When do children start walking? Just to read their answers, I have been in India. I have been to India. We go to somewhere. I have been
Mm-hmm.
into India 4 times, and the experience was incredible. The food, the culture, religion, languages, wedding people, everything. Wow. Unfortunately, India has got a really bad reputation nowadays, thanks to all the social media posts and jokes people make about it. But I'm glad to hear that you had a nice experience there. How was their English, Magdalena? Many people complain about the Indian accent. I recorded a video in public in Belgrade asking people what the worst English accent was, and the overwhelming majority said the Indian accent. So I would like to know how your experience was. And Lucas says China, certainly. Why not Japan, Lucas? Why China? Yuppie says from 1 to 3. So basically, yeah, it depends on the child itself when they start
Mm-hmm.
walking. And somebody asked you, does he have a favorite song? Do you have a favorite song?
Song?
Mm-hmm. Favorite song?
Uh, like a soundtrack.
I mean, a soundtrack is something that is put in a game, video, movie, some background
Mm-hmm.
music. A song is whatever a person sings.
Let me check. Actually, I can. The first thing that comes to my mind is that probably in that moment
Mm-hmm.
it is like let me think about it. Mm, yeah, I had. Let me check. Let me choose the one.
Yeah, choose one. It's
Um,
always hard to do.
okay, the creator is Metro Boomin,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Around Me or Raindrops.
Raindrops.
Yeah.
And what's the genre? What's the genre of those songs?
The genre is the rap,
Mm-hmm.
American rap. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the beat,
You like the beat
I don't,
specifically.
yeah, beat is way important for me because I don't like the rap
Mm-hmm.
at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because the rap hasn't any meaning.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It
meaningless.
doesn't
Yeah.
have. Doesn't have.
It doesn't
You
have
said hasn't
the
again, but here
meaning.
it doesn't have. Uh-huh.
It
It's
doesn't have
meaningless.
meaning. It
Uh-huh.
meaningless, yeah. In the most cases, in most cases. But the
Understood.
beat, but the beat of these songs
Uh-huh.
is perfect. You
Got
can
it. You
listen it
like you like the
afterward.
actual sound. Understood.
Yeah.
Speaking of the lesson, Magdalena has said for number one, if I were you, I would ask for help with my family and friends. Just a small correction about the second part. We don't say for help with my family and friends. So I would ask my family and friends for help. Ask object, my family and friends, for what? For help. Just that
Ask
inversion.
for. Uh,
Ask who?
we
My family and friends for help. What would you do, uh, Daniel, if you were in this situation?
in situation like
Your toddler doesn't
the
want to listen to the word you say.
mm-hmm. Uh, that's a tricky question actually because I haven't an experience.
I
I
haven't an experience.
I haven't had an experience.
Okay, that's better. But you could say
Yeah.
I don't have any experience. I don't
Yeah,
have.
actually, I have an experience
Mm-hmm.
with toddlers.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I can't answer it precisely. But I haven't the special education how to
I
educate.
haven't the special education.
I haven't the spatial,
I haven't. No, 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 no,
specials.
no. I haven't
Uh-huh.
the special. No,
I
can't.
haven't special.
No, no, can't work. What did we say about haven't?
Uh,
It's present perfect. If you
it's present.
want to negate have in the present, how do we negate the present tense?
Present perfect, you mean?
No, no, present simple. I
Present
like
simple.
pizza. How?
I don't have
That's
them.
right. I don't like. I don't have.
But
I know it's
yes.
it's very hard because have exists as haven't, but in that case it's the auxiliary verb. I haven't seen.
Hmm.
I haven't gone. It is the helping verb for the tense of present perfect. However, when it's in the present simple, it's just a regular verb. It's the main verb like any other verb. I don't have, I don't see, I don't like. I don't have the special education you meant to say. Got it.
Yeah.
So we will just stick with Magdalena's answer then. Thank you, teacher, for the corrections. You're welcome, Magdalena. I appreciate it. The English is difficult to understand, however, I'm used to speaking with Indians. Have you ever spoken to any Indians, Daniel?
Um, I try to find some people
Mm-hmm.
to whom I could have a conversation with. So yeah, that's why I had an experience
You
with
did.
yeah, and in radio communication in simulator aviation simulator, I
Simulator? Uh-huh.
always yeah I was online actually. I also had an experience with
Mm-hmm.
them, and the accent was a little bit awful.
No, don't say awful. It's a bit stronger. A little bit bad. A little bit bad. Or
Nah,
unusual.
it was
It was.
awful. Okay. Also, my aunt,
Uh-huh. My aunt. Yes, yes.
my
Aunt.
aunt is a pilot also,
Is a
and
pilot too. Also is in the
is
middle. Is a pilot too.
yeah is a pilot too, and he had an
She.
experience with them.
She, right? Aunt. She.
Nah, I mean not aunt. Yeah, there is an
Uncle.
uncle,
Uncle.
and uncle is a male. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Correction. I have an uncle.
Mm-hmm.
I have the uncle. I have
And,
uncle. Yeah,
and uncle. And uncle, right?
an uncle.
Mm-hmm.
And he had an experience with them.
Mm-hmm.
He has at least of the worst accents of English he has ever heard
Mm-hmm.
in the world. And on the first place of his list is the Chinese
Okay.
people.
Chinese and Indian.
Chinese,
Wow. I think
Chinese and India. Yeah.
I think viewers are not happy because Lucas loves China and Magdalena loves India. So they might not like you, Daniel. You need to make sure the audience loves you.
Okay.
But you're an honest guy. You're an honest guy. I'm kidding. Let's move on to the middle situation. Please read it.
Okay, I really want to switch careers, but it means taking a
A pay.
pay cut. My husband isn't working at the moment and we have a mortgage to pay.
Mortgage.
Mortgage to pay. Should I change jobs now or wait?
Mm-hmm.
I'm 40, 40.
40,
I'm
yes.
40. Yeah. Um,
Mortgage. What's a
what does
mortgage?
mortgage mean?
Good question. What does mortgage mean? It's really good you're able to ask that correctly, as it is something many students struggle with. So, what does mortgage mean? A mortgage is a bank loan in which you have to provide some asset, something of value that the bank will take in case you can't return the loan. So,
Mm,
if I get a $10,000 loan but I can't pay it back, the bank will take my car, for example, or they will take my
that's
house. That's a mortgage.
oh,
A bank loan that has an asset as a guarantee that the bank will. Well, while I type, you can tell me the answer. What would you do in this situation?
again the tricky question. I'd rather I'd rather prefer to not take loans.
Obviously, but
Um,
sometimes life forces you to do that.
I hope I will never have the situations I have to take the loans.
My wishes are with you. I hope you won't have.
Actually, there
Mm-hmm.
isn't constructions in English when we express our thoughts with the help of if only,
Mm-hmm.
I wish, yeah,
That's
and we
right.
can use the I
Mm-hmm.
wish, I wish, I wish I hadn't,
No, I wish I hadn't. You are
I wish I
starting.
would have.
No, no. Hadn't is past perfect. So you are
Hmm.
talking about a regret, something that happened in the past that you wish was different. But that's
Mm.
a whole different story. So let's just get back to this. What would you do if I were you, or if you were
It,
the person?
uh, so if I were a person,
Well, you could say if I were you, speaking to them. If I were you.
if I were you.
Mm-hmm.
If I were you, I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't take loans.
Okay, but they have
Never.
already taken it. You could say I wouldn't have taken, but that's again,
I wouldn't have taken loans.
but that's a mixed conditional. That's a mixed conditional. Again,
That's a nice
you
condition.
are talking. I wouldn't have taken the loan. You are
Mm-hmm.
changing the past. It's unreal. It's the hypothetical past. The second
Mm-hmm.
conditional is for the hypothetical future. You are now talking about the hypothetical past. So now they have the loan. What do they do from tomorrow and later? What is something they should do? If I were you, I would or wouldn't.
Um, I would, I wouldn't, I wouldn't take.
No, no, the loan is
No.
taken. The mortgage is taken.
As long as taken.
Basically, the problem is
I wouldn't have taken.
yeah, but again, I'm
No,
telling you, we can't use that because it's the third
we can
condition,
use
or it's a
that.
mixed conditional rather. It's a mixed conditional in this case.
So okay, I'm done. I can't I can't even to assume
No, so
about
the
it.
problem is the person wants to switch careers, but they
Hmm.
have a mortgage, so they need to pay a lot of money. Should they do it
Hmm.
or not, basically? If you were them, would you risk it or not? That's the question.
If okay, if I were you, I wouldn't switch carriers.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
Okay, sure. Okay.
because you have
Mm-hmm.
mortgage.
That's right. I
Yeah.
wouldn't switch the career because you have a mortgage to pay. Excellent. Now that is proper advice. So you were in their position, in their shoes, and you wouldn't change careers. Magdalena has a good answer. Listen to this. If I
Hmm.
were you, I would divorce because your husband is a lazy man.
Yeah,
it's
partially that's the
it's
truth.
powerful. It's powerful. I loved it, Magdalena. Just one correction. I would get a divorce. In English, we say get a divorce. I would get a divorce, or I would I would divorce plus a person. So I would divorce my husband like that. I would divorce, but we need to put the object behind divorce. So I would divorce my husband. Or I would
Mhm.
get a divorce and then the rest of the sentence, like you did. Daniel, read the final one for us on the right.
My new boss and I haven't got on since day one.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't seem to understand my role and keeps giving me too many tasks to do in too little time. Should I say something?
Excellent reading. Good job.
Yeah, thanks.
What does it mean to get on?
Get on.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think. Get
Mm-hmm.
on, get on, get on, get on. Maybe something like I haven't got on.
Yeah, it's the past tense.
Got on.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I have an idea.
You have no idea. To get on, to have a good relationship.
Ah, get
Mm-hmm.
on.
That's right.
That's the phrasal verb.
That's right. It's a phrasal verb. So we get on
Ah.
well to basically be on good terms. We are friends.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you do in this situation? Should the person say something?
He honestly you have applied the one more phrasal verb like keep up. Keep
Mm-hmm.
up is like a carry on.
That's
Like
right. Mm-hmm.
move on, yeah.
Move on. Continue what you're doing. Uh-huh.
Yeah, keep up and move on is the same, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Keep up and move on. Well, I mean, I can't say they're the same. They could be the same in some cases, but move on could also mean to move on from something. For example, move on from your relationship is sort of leave it in the past, like
Mm-hmm.
progress further from that. Keep up with the relationship is like I'm watching, I'm gonna follow it. So keep on, keep up, and move on. They could be similar in the sense of moving to the next page, but again, in many different contexts, they would not be the same. So I wouldn't recommend memorizing them as synonyms, as they're really not. They do mean different things. Move on and
Okay.
keep up.
It gives more clear
Mm-hmm.
for this. So, okay. Um, let's return.
Mm-hmm.
If I were you,
Yep.
I wouldn't keep up. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
can we use it
Well,
in
maybe
this case?
keep up with what?
If I were you, I wouldn't keep up.
Mm-hmm.
Keep up to try to.
Aha, then no phrasal verb. I wouldn't keep trying to.
I wouldn't keep trying
Mm-hmm.
to have what to have relationships
Mm-hmm.
with with your boss
Mm-hmm.
because she doesn't she doesn't what
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't want to understand me.
That's right. She doesn't deserve it. She doesn't deserve
She
it.
doesn't deserve it. Yeah,
That's
that's
right. Mm-hmm.
deserve is better
That's right. I wouldn't
in such
keep
situation.
trying to. That's right. So keep trying to
Mm-hmm.
continue. Keep up with to maintain the same pace. That is keep up with something. That is the
Mm-hmm.
difference. Keep up to follow. Keep trying, continue. That is the difference. That's why we don't need a phrasal verb here. I wouldn't keep trying to have a good relationship with the boss. Okay, did we get any answers in the chat? Uh, get on, yes, yes, get on to have a good relationship. If I were you, I would talk with your boss and I would try to solve the problem. Okay, that's a good approach, right? Talking to the boss.
Yeah, that's an adult approach.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an adult approach. Yeah.
Exactly. That's the way adults solve problems. Guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. If not, let's proceed to the final slide. A couple of questions before we finish things off. What do you usually do if you feel tired or stressed during the day?
So if I feel tired, um, I will sleep. Yeah. If I feel tired, I will sleep.
That's it.
As yeah, that's it. Because I have no more idea what else I can do.
Well,
Probably
just drink
if
coffee.
just drink coffee. Drinking coffee can help you in such case, because coffee doesn't give me some more some more
Hmm.
additional powers,
Additional
uh,
power. Hmm.
additional power to move on,
Got it. To move on,
to
to
move on,
continue.
to continue.
Understood. If the weather is nice this weekend, what will you do?
Um, if the weather, if the weather was nice this
Mhm.
weekend, I would have more plans on this weekend,
But why the
like
second conditional if the weather was nice? It's something
yeah,
realistic, right?
it's not it's something realistic. Yeah, you're right.
Hmm.
So okay, if the weather is nice this weekend, I will have more plans, like go for a walk with my friends,
Hmm.
to meet with my friend who is quite no, who is yeah, who is quite distant for distant upon me. Yeah.
No, distant upon me. Who lives far from you? You mean?
Who lives far from me.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, Probably the one as a variant.
Got it. Yes. So you're gonna spend some time with your friends if the weather is nice. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And if the weather is nice this weekend, I would visit my relatives. I will visit my relatives. So you are talking about a realistic plan. The first conditional you already used present simple in the first conditional sentence is nice. So you should finish it off with will. I will visit my relatives. Nice. But do your relatives live far away, like Daniel's friend, or are they close to you, Magdalena? If Daniel, if your plans change at the last minute, what will you do? What will you usually do instead?
I'm preparing for the next week.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm cooking, just washing my t-shirts,
Mm-hmm.
my dress, yeah.
No, 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 no. Dress. Dress is a specific type
My
of
my
clothing.
clothes, my clothes.
Clothes. Yes,
Yeah,
clothes.
my
Uh
clothes.
huh. Or you could say doing
Um,
the laundry. Doing the laundry. Do you know what laundry
Laundry.
is?
Laundry is the household commitments.
Chore, a household chore. Well, doing the
Household
laundry is
chore.
the household chore, but laundry has clothes which need to be washed
Mm-hmm.
slash freshly washed. Freshly
Actually,
washed. So laundry is also the clothes that have just come out of the washing machine, the clothes that you need to hang on the dryer or put in the drying machine. So
mm-hmm.
either the clothes which are dirty and need to be washed or the ones that you have just recently finished washing. That's the laundry.
Laundry. Have to remember it.
Yes, it's a good word. It's a good word.
Just a quite useful word. Yeah.
Indeed, indeed. So laundry. It's a long laundry.
Laundry.
Laundry. Like this.
Mm-hmm.
Good. What is if the weather is nice, I'd go to the beach. Excellent. Again, same correction as for Magdalena. I will go to the beach because we are talking about something realistic, something that it is not unimaginable that the weather will be nice this weekend. If the weather is nice, I will go to the beach. Perfect. they are close to me. If my plans change at the last minute, I will watch a Netflix series. Okay. Do
Mhm.
you watch Netflix, Daniel?
Uh, we haven't Netflix there in Russia, but instead of it, okay, just I'm gonna shut all mouths.
Yeah, you're. I'm gonna
I
shut
know,
my mouth. But there is one problem. You
not
said
mine, not mine.
I haven't. I have. We haven't it in Russia. What is the problem?
I we haven't the
We
problem.
haven't.
We haven't.
We haven't it in Russia. What did I tell you? We haven't it.
We don't have, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We don't
Good.
have it. We don't have it. Um,
And
we
don't
don't
say
have it
anything
in
else
Russia.
because my stream will get shut down for promoting piracy.
Yeah, but in Russia we have quite a lot of piracy sites.
Understood.
Mm,
Let's leave it there. Let's not go
yeah,
any
okay,
further.
okay.
Let's not dig the
Let's leave it
rabbit's hole.
leave it behind.
That's right. Exactly. If you could change one thing about your daily routine, what would it be? Okay, now we are talking about something hypothetical.
Hmm. If you could change one thing about
Hmm.
your daily routine, what would be? Um, I assume I would if I could change
Hmm.
my one of my daily routine, I would change probably I would add
Hmm.
something useful for me
Hmm.
for my brain like go to the gym, but
Hmm.
I don't like to go to the gym.
Hmm.
Um, I'd like to go to the special construction sites like
Hmm.
just how could I don't know I don't know this the title of them.
Hmm.
The you can pull up yourself there.
Ah, so like the street gym, you mean?
Street gym, yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because I like it, and I used to do this when I was in school. But
Hmm.
now I'm a lazy guy. Like a potato couch. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
that's
Couch potato. Couch potato.
couch potato. Yeah, it's yeah. I'm a couch
Well,
potato.
what's a couch potato for those who don't
Couch
know?
potato is it's not a phrase or word, but it's
No,
like
no.
a special strange expression like
Well, it's a colloquial expression. Maybe we can't really
colloquial
call it an
expression.
idiom. A colloquial expression, yes.
Hmm.
And what does it mean when you say you're a couch potato?
The same as lazy.
That's right, couch potato, a lazy person. Magdalena
Hmm.
and Lucas, are you couch potatoes? Let me know. I would change one thing about my daily routine. If I could change, I would take more English classes like this one. Lovely, Magdalena. We're waiting for you to be the student. Next time you're going to be here, and Daniel is going to be writing in the chat.
Hmm.
Well, which one is more difficult, Daniel? Being here as a student or watching as a viewer?
Um, it's quite important for you
Mm-hmm.
to be as a spectator
Mm-hmm.
on the stream every time you have stream
Mm-hmm.
day. But for me, it's quite essential to
Mm-hmm.
be as a student there. But every time you have a stream, I'm gonna strive to be there
Mm-hmm. But
during
which
during
one
the
is
streams.
more difficult? Is it difficult to watch as a student and maybe you want to say something but I can't hear you. You have to wait for me to see the message, or is it difficult here when everybody can hear everything what you're saying and you have some pressure from the audience? Which is more
Actually,
challenging?
I'm not. I haven't I don't have I don't have
Uh-huh.
anxiety
Good.
linked with pressure of the other people because these people are considered to be normal guys.
Yeah, exactly. They're lovely people.
Because they just trying to learn something new about this language, and that's normal.
Right. And
It's a
that's what I'm
normal
trying to
occurrence.
build, a healthy
Yeah,
community
yeah.
of students who want to learn and improve their English. I've been teaching online for 8 years and I still teach every day. However, the classes are paid. Not everyone can afford such classes. So I would like to create something where you get free access to high quality classes and I can actually have an
So
audience
yeah.
of students and hopefully some sponsors in the future so I can monetize this. Because, guys, preparing materials, streaming every night for an hour and a half, it's not easy. Please
Yeah,
come and watch.
it's
Please
quite
come and
hard.
watch. Yeah, I need your
And
support.
that's why I'm gonna uh, my brain is exhausted
I know
already.
it's quarter past midnight for you.
Yeah. So, okay, my thought is I'm gonna be there every time as it is possible
As
because I
many
want
times as
to
possible. As many times as
as,
possible.
as many times as possible because I want to follow you. I want to maintain your
Thank you so much.
activities during the streams. So
I
yeah,
appreciate that.
thanks you for your job. Yeah.
Thanks you. What did I tell you? I correct.
Thanks for your job. Yeah.
Uh-huh. That's right. Thanks for your job or thank you, but not thanks you.
Hmm.
That's never working together. Let's hear the people. I'm due, not I am due. We can't say I am due because
I do.
yes. Am is a verb to be and do is another verb. It's impossible to mix them like that. So I am a couch potato, unfortunately, but I intend to change that. I don't know when, but I will. Lucas is a person I can relate to. Lucas, I can't call myself a couch potato, but I'm definitely an unproductive person or an inefficient person. So I know how you feel. And Magdalena says, sometimes I'm a couch potato on weekends. We all are. We all are. Guys, let's finish it off with the final question. It's an interesting one. Please answer it in the chat. If you had a superpower, how would you use it in everyday life? Or which superpower would you like to have?
Um, I would if I had the superpower,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to have superpower like to have a good memory.
Is that a superpower? I think some
Yeah,
some people.
that's the superpower. I consider as a superpower.
Okay. Why? Because of your classes?
Yeah. It's quite not a right, but relative
Relevant.
relative to
It's quite
them.
relevant. Relevant.
It's quite relevant for
Mm-hmm.
them.
That's right. Quite relevant for.
It's quite relevant for them,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, and I'd like uh, to know more things about the world, about um, cuisines, for
Mm-hmm.
example, or
Good
else
job.
about everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to know more languages,
Mm-hmm.
like Spain, probably. Uh,
Spanish, you mean the language Spanish? Mm-hmm.
Spanish, yeah, Spain is a
Mm-hmm.
country.
Depends.
Yeah.
So that is the difference. Relevant related to something. Relative, it depends. If it's
Mm-hmm.
a relative distance, it's approximate. Approximate. That is relative.
Approximately. Yeah.
Relevant, yes, related to something. It is relevant for this conversation. It is connected to what we are talking about right now. But I was surprised by your answer. I think that a good memory is a little bit underwhelming. I was expecting you to say being able to fly or being able to read people's minds. Let's
No.
see what the people in chat have said. If I had a superpower, I would like to read minds. If I had a superpower, I would teletransporting around the world. I would teleport without ing because after would we need to use the infinitive. We can't use any ings. So I would teletransport or just teleport for short around the world. Magdalena, I agree with your choices. I think I'm closer to you than to Daniel in that regard. If I
Yeah.
had to choose one superpower, I'd go for teleportation. I mean, you could save so much time with that.
Yeah, you could save not only the time, you could save more money.
Of
Just
course, with
do
these
not
gas
do not use
prices,
aviation. Yeah,
aviation too, but that would be bad for your job and your business. I could drive you out of work if
but
nobody.
if you had such superpower, you would the only person who has the
Mhm.
such superpower, and
Okay.
that's why you're the only person in the
Right, right,
world.
right. That's why it's a superpower. If everybody
Yeah,
had it, it wouldn't
it's
be a
not a
superpower.
superpower. It's a normal. It would be a
Okay.
normal
Lucas
occasion.
Lucas has a dark sentence for us. Are you ready to hear it?
Yeah,
He says, I definitely wouldn't like to read minds. I cannot imagine knowing the priest's sins, for example. Ooh.
Presence.
Priest, do you know what a priest is?
Uh-uh.
Priest, priest, uh, uh, well, an orthodox, not orthodox, Christian, uh, or not only a Christian, it could also be from other religions. So, it's the person who works in a
Since.
church, for example, in
Ah.
Christianity, or a mosque in Islam, or in those ancient religions, it was the person who worshipped Zeus or some Egyptian religions. So basically, professional worshiper. I can't come up with a better definition. I'm also tired, but you understand what I mean. In Orthodoxy, since Serbia and Russia are Orthodox countries, those are the guys in churches with long beards and black robes. They are the priests.
Mm-hmm. But
So,
also,
mhm,
if you if you had if you could
mhm, mhm,
to read
mhm.
other people's thoughts, you would call crazy.
Yeah, most likely, especially the priests, right? Because then
Mm-hmm.
who knows what dark secrets they hold. Or not just the
Yeah.
priests, any person. You could learn, you could see a very nice person and think they are lovely, and then read their mind and, well, just learn some dark things. A religious leader who rules a Christian church. Well, yes, I wouldn't call them leaders because a leader implies that they are high in the hierarchy. That would be something used to describe the Pope in Catholicism or a bishop. But yes, it is a person who runs a local church. So it's generally a good definition. Better than a professional worshiper. That's right. However, it is not only related to Christianity. An imam is a Muslim priest, a rabbi is a Jewish priest, and like I said, in the past we had Greek priests or Egyptian priests who worshipped many gods. Guys, if you have any final questions in the chat, please let me know. We're gonna finish the stream now. Daniel, do you have any final thoughts to share?
Nah, haven't.
What?
I don't have. Yeah, I don't have.
Now you can go to sleep. Be careful.
It's Russian language has a big stroke
Mhm.
for my English skills.
Yeah,
So
on
that's why I could
as a strong grip on your English skills.
strong grip.
Invisibility, Yuppie Yuppie says. Sorry, Yuppie Yuppie, I couldn't see Kick. My laptop shut down, and I use it to see the Kick stream. But invisibility, it would be cool to have. However, again, it could get you in some trouble if you're invisible. So it is questionable. Magdalena says a lot of sins. Indeed. Indeed. But let's keep it
Hmm.
positive. Let's keep it positive. Let's not talk about any negative sides. Excellent class. Daniel, excellent student. Daniel, you got some praise. You get the same praise for me. It was a great session. Guys, oh, by the way, Magdalena and Lucas, I have an Instagram page and a WhatsApp group where I submit homework related to the weekly classes. So, for example, tomorrow or on Sunday, I will create a homework sheet based on all the words and grammar cases we covered over the week. If you would like to join, you can find the link on my Instagram. If not, I can give you some tips next time we meet. Is Daniel keeping up with Danny Medvedev?
Medvedev?
Yeah, Daniel Medvedev. Do you know the guy, the tennis player?
Ah, yeah, I
Are you
know, but I don't like to watch the tennis.
so you're not keeping up with him? You're not
No,
following him.
I'm
Uh,
not following him.
Unfortunately, I would like to add WhatsApp. Magdalena, do you have Instagram? Let me know. I don't know what the problem is with you, Daniel. Why you can't join my WhatsApp group? I guess it's because of the restrictions on Russia. That's the only
Probably
issue.
it's because the restrictions are Russian from Russian side.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But speaking of tennis, it's interesting you don't follow your compatriots. Here in Serbia, everybody watches Novak Djokovic.
I know the Djokovic also.
Yeah. Djokovic
Yeah.
is a legend, really, the best player ever. Okay, Magdalena, you haven't answered my question regarding Instagram. So if you can, find Marco Lingo there. If not, I'll send you the link next time. Well, we're going to meet here tomorrow at 9 local time. So, Daniel, see you tomorrow. Magdalena and Lucas, see you again. Thank you for joining the stream. Bye.